What does it mean for you to come back for the 25th anniversary of this team?
You can't believe how excited I am. First of all, just to be here, literally. But to be able to see the player, you know, the game's for the players, not for the coach. And to be able to pay respect to the player that had just an outstanding year, it's a real thrill for me. I did the same thing at A&M. These guys at A&M were all over 70 years old. It was 50 years ago when Texas A&M played Alabama, and we celebrated that, and that was a real joy to be able to see these older guys and be able to see these players is a real joy for me.
Guys, why don't you tell me who, and then I'll direct him. Who's got the next question? Alex, right here, Coach Stallings, right here.
Just how are you feeling, and how much of a struggle was it to get to A&M after the heart attack?
Well, it wasn't any struggle at all. I had a responsibility, and I was going to honor it. And so we didn't even really discuss it much with the doctors, other than I sort of told them what I was going to do. So we had a private jet to pick us up and carry us down. And as soon as the game was over, we went after half the time. Then I left and went back. But it was not a struggle. It was a real joy to be able to see the player, and I was going to honor that, just like I was going to honor this one. A lot of people advised me not to do that, and I said, well, you just talk to somebody else, and I'm going to go.
Chandler, did you have a question?
Just
right here.
What stands out for you about that '92 team? What for you are your lasting memories from that?
First of all, what stands out, the '92 team, we stayed healthy. Everybody started the first game, started the last game. That was a lot of reason for our success. Then we got better as the season went on. I didn't even give any thought to winning the national championship until after we won 7, 8 games. Then it was on a Monday night, and we were watching practice, and I said, hey, we've got a chance to win it all. We've got to keep getting better and stay healthy, and that's what happened.
Being back on this campus, what goes through your mind just setting foot on campus?
Well, first of all, this time I'm glad to be back on the campus, literally. I had a heart attack just a couple of weeks ago and had a couple of strokes before that, so I'm literally excited about being back on the campus and seeing. In fact, it's a joy to see you guys. That's not right, but that is right. I've always had a good relationship with the media. In fact, when I retired from Alabama, some of you may remember, may not. The guys that covered me regularly, I held a little luncheon for them and gave them all a nice watch for the relationship that I had with the media over the years.
Coach, with Mark right there to your right.
Yeah. Just what made that 1992 defense so special in your opinion?
First of all, we had good players. Our scheme wasn't necessarily any better than anybody else's scheme, except sometimes we did things a little differently. But our players were good players. We put pressure on the quarterback. In fact, it bothers me to go to a game now and see the quarterback sit back and throw, set back. That didn't happen in '92 because our guys put pressure on the quarterback, and if 4 couldn't do it, we'd rush 5. 5 couldn't do it, we'd rush 6 or 7. We made the quarterback throw the ball before he was ready. And best I remember, somebody did this survey. One of the former players gave it to me, but the '92 defensive team was ranked at that time as the best defense ever since they've been playing college football. So they've been playing for a long time.
Coach, over here on your right with Aaron.
Coach, right here. How often do you hear from guys on that '92 team?
I hear from them quite frequently. In fact, but I'm really looking forward to it tonight. So, sometimes in a crowd it's hard to single out somebody, but I hear from the players every once in a while, especially when I got sick. I heard from quite a few of them and enjoyed every one of them.
Coach, back to your right, Alex.
I wanted to ask you, Dabo said he's going to be here tomorrow. One of the reasons he wanted to come is to see you. After seeing his success, can you just kind of speak about that and what's it going to be like to see him again?
Well, first of all, he better do a good job because I've got a grandson that's playing for him. And so I sort of keep a good eye on what Clemson's doing. Can't tell you how pleased I am for Dabo and the success that he and his staff has had. Several of the guys on his staff had either played for me or worked for me. In fact, I think 7, 8 of them are coming down, and it's a real privilege. In fact, I want to get somewhere where I can watch maybe the second half of their game. They play at 7 o'clock on ESPN tonight, so I'm hoping that they win. He'll be in a whole lot better game, I'll say that.
Anything else, guys? Questions?
Do you have any players you're hoping to see? You know, maybe guys you haven't seen in a while that you really want to see?
I was looking over the list, and I think we got like 110, 115 players. And believe it or not, I recognized 99% of them. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of them. As far as one over the other one, not necessarily, because they all were a team and they all made a contribution. And so I'm just looking forward to seeing them play.
All right, is there anything else for Coach?
And one more, just obviously, you know, given all the health issues and stuff, what do you hope is kind of your lasting legacy, you know, here in Alabama? What would you want that to be?
I'd like for the player to think that I was fair, that I was knowledgeable, that I knew what I was doing, and I did what I felt like was in the best interest of the player, not the best interest of the team. And in fact, I'll share a little story, y'all. You turn off the cameras.